Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Action Jackson and welcome to Motivation for the Nation here on Action Jackson Live. I'm so excited that you're joining me this amazing morning. If you're feeling good, I just want you to type I feel good at the bottom of the screen, because that's exactly how I feel every single morning when I wake up, because every day above ground is a great day. If you're watching for the very first time, I just want you to type hello so I can give you a shout out. It would be rude for you to come and watch my show and me not giving you a shout out. How you doing? We've had different kind of guests on the show. We've got all sorts of guests on the show. Just to kick us off, I want my dear friend to kind of give us some vibes right now. I love music. If you love music, I know this is something that you know. Each and every one of you, if you're watching, this is Motivation for the Nation. I'm so excited to have you here with me. This show is every single day on 10 a.m. 10 a.m. every single day, and we're tuning live. What I want you to do very quickly is to tell your friends, your family, your dogs, your canary. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is Motivation for the Nation. Morning, Sharon. Hey, hey. How you doing, Sharon? Come on. We've got a special show for you. But first, let's warm up. Come on. I'm feeling nice. Wait. Good morning. Let's get started. Woo! Sharon is feeling good. This is Motivation for the Nation. Welcome. We've got a topic for you today. My life gone day in the heart, and I feel. Come on. Hey. This is the warm-up. Williams family, welcome. Come on. Junior Oguniemi, welcome to the show. In my arms. And I feel. Oh, wow. Welcome, everybody, to Action Jackson Live. This is Motivation for the Nation. And my job each and every day is to bring that inspiration that you need into your life. If you're tuning in for the very first time, welcome. If you are a returning guest, welcome back. You know, this show is the show where we amp up the energy. We give you the motivation that you need in order to live the life that you want to live. Today's show is a very unique show. Good morning to the Williams family. How you doing, Akeem? How you doing, Kayla? How you doing, Folu? Welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show. The Oshin family were a good family who were on the show last week. So today, we've got a topic for you today. Today is how to deal with abuse. Ooh, that's a topic. How to deal with abuse. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. Okay. Now, the reason why I talk about that today is this. Many of us, okay, I tell people, be happy, be happy, be happy. But I need to talk about the things that get in the way of your happiness. And many people have had to suppress the things that has hindered their happiness. And today, there's no more suppression. We're going to deal with that today. We're going to give you some tips and tools to kind of begin. Listen, I'm not saying I'm a psychological expert. No. Let me tell you this. I'm an expert in happiness, okay? I know how to do that very well. Okay? I'm an expert in happiness. But I know that there are certain things along the way that's going to affect your happiness, and that's what I want to deal with today. I'm just going to share with you some of the stuff that I've learned. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I am aware of how to move certain barriers out the way. Maybe you might need to sort of revert to a professional at the end of this show, or reach out to people who are going to really help you deal with the things that you've been hiding for a long time. But if you've been an audience of this show for a very long time, and we've been running now for the last 7 weeks, every single day, 10 a.m., where have you been? We start off the show with the energizer. Then we do what I call our mindfulness and gratitude exercise. The gratitude exercise is designed to help you get focused and centered Focus and centeredness is so important. Gratitude is the key to your altitude. So today, what I'm going to do very quickly is to get us into the zone of gratitude. And the words for this is all I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. See, today I'm going to be talking about some stuff. And what I need you to understand is everything you need is within you. Everything you need is within you. Everything you need is within you. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And repeat these words. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Why is this so important? Why is this so important? Everything you need to be the person you need to be is within you. But society will tell you you're not good enough. Your pain will tell you you're not good enough. That's a lie. Everything you need is within you. Your heart, your mind, even your physical organs, your emotions, so powerful. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, the next statement is a very powerful statement. It says, all I need is within me now. I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for my life. All I need is within me now. I am grateful for my life. Gratitude is the key to your altitude. Gratitude is the key to your altitude. Gratitude is the key to your altitude. If you're wise, I want you to type that up right now. When you're grateful, your heart becomes full. But when you complain, it affects your brain. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now, many of you know this, but you don't do it. You don't do it. That's why I want you to come on this show to actually do the things you haven't got the time to do. Yes. Real quickly, I want you to type up on the screen below one thing that you are grateful for. 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 Let's breathe it in. 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 Yes. One thing that you're grateful for. One thing that you're grateful for. I love that. I love that. Morning to each and every one of you. I'm loving this. Yes. This is what life is about. This is how you're supposed to be feeling. Yes. Excellent. Thank you so much for doing that. Some of you are like, what have I just tuned into? I've just something amazing. All right, I'm going to do a shout out real quickly. Very quick, I'm going to do a quick shout out. So type up on the screen right now something that you are grateful for or where you're watching. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're watching, I want to give a shout out to you. Someone said, I woke up today. I'm so grateful. Success, Ariyi says, grateful for good health. Yes, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for my faith in God. That is beautiful. I am beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Being grateful. Being grateful. When you're grateful, your heart becomes full. Most people aren't grateful for life. They go through life complaining. But when you identify what you're grateful for, it makes your heart feel full. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. This is Motivation for the Nation with me, Action Jackson Live. And what I want to do very quickly is to just really highlight today's show. Today's show is about how to deal with abuse. You see, here's the thing. Many people don't like talking about it. People don't like talking about how to deal with abuse. They don't. They don't. They don't. But the reason why I want to talk about dealing with abuse is this. is getting in the way of your happiness. And when I talk about abuse, I'm talking about whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, spiritual abuse, whatever abuse it is. Let me tell you this. Abuse is it's a shortened word for abnormal use. Excuse me. Abnormal use. When you abnormally use something or someone, put it this way, young people are supposed to be loved, not to be abnormally told that they're not good enough. Yeah. So if your heart has been broken by something or someone, well, guess what? This here is the topic I want to deal with today. I want to deal with this topic because I can't tell you be happy when you're carrying baggage. If you're carrying baggage, it's hard for you to grab hold to your happiness. It's very hard for you to grab hold to your happiness. So if you're watching right now and you know someone who has been through any kind of abuse, bring them on. Antoinette, Lady Antoinette, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the show. Good morning. I welcome everybody. Listen, if you come in and you don't type good morning, it's rude because this is my digital room. Okay. And I want to say good morning to you. Today, we're dealing with that difficult topic. Listen, I've heard stories of people who have carried pain for decades. How do you expect someone to fulfill their purpose if they're carrying pain? How do you expect someone to fulfill their purpose if they're carrying pain? It's impossible to fulfill your purpose if you're carrying pain. Today, I want to help you to just deal with it. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I am not an expert. I'm not a psychologist. I'm an expert in happiness. I know how to make you happy. I know the things that make you happy. Now, dealing with pain, I'm not an expert in that, but I'm an expert in making you aware of the pathway. Today, I'm going to be your signpost. I'm going to be your signpost because for far too long, you've sat there in that dark place, waiting to be happy, not realizing that you need to offload in order to be happy. It's so important for you to understand that. So important. Before I do that, let me listen to those who are watching for the very first time. If you're watching for the very first time, I just want you to type hello below. Type hello. Very quickly, what is this show about? Well, this show is Motivation for the Nation. It was birthed at the beginning. Whoa, I've always had my show for many years. Madam Cook, how are you doing? Good morning. I've had the desire and the dream to have a motivational show, okay, for a good 20 years. And I'll do bits here, do bits there. And you know what? Light shines best in darkness. When the lockdown began and kids were off and everybody was at home, I thought, you know what? I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw PE with Joe Wicks, who is a fitness instructor. And he said, I'm going to be the nation's PE. I thought, here is this guy who is a fitness instructor, and he was going to do a show every morning for the nation. I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to motivate the nation every single day during this lockdown. And that's what this show is about, to give you the motivation to get through your life, to get through your days. I don't know what you're going through. But if there's one thing I know, night doesn't last forever. There is always a way out of your situation. So the reason why people are stuck in the situation that they're in is simply because they are afraid of letting go. They're afraid of the unknown. You see, let me tell you something. The known has been pain. The unknown is joy. So you would rather hold on to the pain than to let go because you think that if I let go, I'm going to feel vulnerable. Yes, you need to be vulnerable for a period of time for you to be free. I remember when we moved from our old house to our new house, and there was a period where we were technically homeless for about 3 weeks, and we were hotel hopping because there was nowhere we could actually stay because the builders, yeah, mate, listen, it's going to be ready in 6 weeks. Promise. They lied. It wasn't ready in 6 weeks, and my wife wasn't happy. So what happened in that moment in time was we had to check into hotels for 3 weeks. It was kind of fun and adventurous. That's how I reframed it. Baby, we're going on an adventure. Yes. We're going to go to different hotels, okay? She's looking at me thinking, really? I want to go into my new house. That's what I want to go into. But what happened in the moment between us moving from the old into the new, there was a space of vulnerability whereby we were literally homeless. Things were in storage. We were living out of bags. But it was a short, vulnerable moment. Once the vulnerable moment was over, we moved into our promised land, a new place. Well, you might be watching this and you've come from a place of old, of pain, hurt, and you are about to go into happiness, but you're too scared to let go of the past because you're going to feel vulnerable. Listen, please, vulnerability is the first stepping stone to freedom. You've got to understand that. You've got to understand that. So you've got to be ready to embrace what's next for you. Okay. Today I have a young man that's going to come on the show who's going to share with us a spoken word that's very, very powerful. Our producers, I want you to get him ready right now so we can bring him on the show. Before we do that, I just want to just touch on some things. If you've ever been offended, that's what I'm going to say, offended. I've been offended. You know, the builders that came to give me a quote, they offended me because they were overquoting me. I felt offended. What? Everyone's experienced some level of offense. If you've ever been offended, I want you to type the word yes below. Yeah, I want you to type it up. Type it up. Type up yes if you've ever been offended. Today, if you're just watching, this is Motivation for the Nation. And we're going to be talking about how to deal with abuse. How to deal with abuse is what we're talking about today. How to deal with abuse. I'm going to give you the basic steps, some basic steps that's going to help you move beyond where you are to where you need to be. To where you need to be. Okay, very quickly, let me look through. Madam Cook says, yes, she's been offended. Anybody else, if you've ever been offended, because watch this. An offense is a form of abuse. What is abuse? Sometimes when we say abuse, we're like, oh my gosh, oh, sexually. No, abuse means you've abnormally used me. If I take my spoon and I'm whacking it on the table like a drumstick, I'm abnormally using that spoon. If you've been offended, you've been abused. Yes, I want to reframe it for you. Watch this. You were born to be loved. Everybody type this up for me, please. I was born to be loved. Yes, I was born to be loved. See, there are different levels of offense. There are different levels from grade 1 to 100. Okay, like different levels. But I want you to understand that you were born to be loved. Get that into your mind. I was born to be loved. So anything other than love and affection, then you know, this is not for me. I'm sorry. If I have people in my life who are constantly offending me, I'm like, you need to move away because this is no, I'm sorry. This is not me. No, I was born to be loved. I was born to be loved. That's how I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that. Everybody, please indulge me. This is like a show / live interaction. Thank you very much, Lady Antoinette. I was born to be loved. Look at that. Success Aribi says, I was born to be loved. Thank you. I was born to be loved. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Why must you own that statement? You need to own that statement because that becomes your foundation. When you understand that I was born to be loved, if anybody comes and tries to offend you, guess what happens? You put up a barrier and say, I'm sorry. This is not mine. Take it next door. It's not mine. Ain't anybody got time for that. That's the mentality. So very quickly, I just want to break down some things right here. If you're watching and you're a private watcher, you don't want to interact, I honor you and I thank you for watching. Some of you right now, as you're watching, you've been through a lot. Yeah, you've had to deal with certain emotions that have actually broken you. And you've not told anybody. Yes. And you've carried that pain for a long time. I'm about to speak to you. For some of you, you're trying to be happy, but it's hard. For some of you, even in this lockdown, everything about you has come to the surface. Wow, you've got more time to now focus on yourself. It's messing with your head. Right now, we're going to free you up. So how do we begin to free you up? Watch this. Understand that the initial response to negative emotion is to suppress it. You know, society tells you that is, you got to remain happy, ignore all your negative emotions, or don't talk about it. You know, just focus on the sunshine and the rainbow. While I agree with all these things, I do believe that it's important to understand where you're at. Denying the pain is not going to help it go away. Now, this life view not only fails to address the complex and tangled complexity of the human psyche. You can't just go through something and walk away. It can, to an extent, confine you to only a little bit of your psyche and make you feel even worse if you decide to ignore all of this. So you're thinking, oh, you know what? stability at the cost of self-alienation. So what can you do if you are really struggling? One thing I would say is don't hesitate to see a professional. But if you would just like to know how to find peace in difficult emotion, I've got something called the RAIN method. Yes, the RAIN method. The RAIN method is a very powerful method. What is a RAIN method? Well, RAIN is a process. I love this. The first time I learned it, I was like, yes. It was developed by a lady by the name of Michelle McDonald. It was as part of a mindfulness movement, which is characterized by the emphasis on maintaining awareness of your surrounding and thoughts. You've got to be aware. And also the feelings that are accompanied with them without judging the feelings. That's the key. Don't judge the feelings. This means not reveling in the past and not preparing for the future. This is pretty much a new kind of method, but I do know that with any new method, it requires testing because listen, whatever it was, is not helping. So we need to find some solutions to help people move forward. So the RAIN method is all about acknowledging what is and not running away from it. So RAIN is in fact an acronym, and the 4 letters in RAIN stand for something. Are you ready? I love my acronyms. All right, now, come on, watch this. The R is recognize. The A is accept. The I is investigate. And the N is non-identification. Not identify. Yeah. What this is going to do is to help you to acclimatize to dealing with heavy emotions. And actually, before we go on, everybody type RAIN. Just type RAIN, type RAIN, type RAIN. I told you, this is like a seminar. It's like show. Some of you thinking, what have I just tuned in for? You've just tuned into something that's going to transform your life. That's what you've tuned into. So before I break it down, I just want you to understand that you're watching something powerful. If you've just tuned in, this is Action Jackson, the UK Ambassador for Happiness. And today I'm talking about dealing with abuse. Listen, if you've gone through any kind of abuse, it's not the end. It's just the beginning. The song says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I've just talked about the RAIN method, and I'm about to break down the RAIN method, and then we're going to hear this amazing poem from this amazing young man. Okay, let's go for the R. Recognize. Recognize is what you do with recognize is take a step back and observe the emotion or the thought that's paining you. Okay, I was abused as a child, or this person says something. Perhaps you're upset with a friend, a boss, or best friend, or any number of people. First, all you got to do is name the emotion that you are feeling. I'm annoyed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overloaded. I'm angry. I'm like, I didn't like what that person did. These emotions should be treated without judgment. Don't judge it as good or don't judge it as bad. Okay? With this realization, all you're doing now is you're acknowledging, you're taking a step back. This alone will make you understand that, okay, I'm recognizing this emotion, and it creates relief to know that this emotion is what I'm going through. You are not your emotions. I am not my emotions. Everybody type this up. I am not my emotions. Now, the A is this. The A, it could stand for a multiple of things, but the A, the main idea about the A is all about accepting. It's all about accepting. Now, your experiences, it's real, but they should not define you. Your emotions should not be pushed under any surface. You can't just push it away and leave it to fester. Don't do that. Because if you leave it to fester, it will eventually grow. Instead, I want you to put all these emotions in front and center of your mind and say, yes, this is how I am feeling, without attempting to change it. Don't change it. This is how I'm feeling. Don't try to change it. Okay? It might be unpleasant, but remember to be kind to yourself. Okay? I don't want no unnecessary self-criticism. I want you to just acknowledge it, step outside of it. Okay? Acknowledge it, step outside. Now, the I is investigate. What you got to do is try to approach your thoughts with an attitude of curiousness and ask yourself questions about the emotion, like, okay, I've been carrying this emotion for quite a while. How did that start? How have I felt this way before? And What do I do? What do I need to do to get out? What do I need to do? Now, these questions, what they do automatically, they help you to just approach it from a friendly point of view. You're not the psychologist. It's just that open-minded question. Helps you to interview yourself. Now, this should help you identify the other elements of the emotion besides the main negative feelings. Does this make sense? Because you're helping yourself to kind of get hold of it. And then finally, the N, non-identify. Once you have a negative emotion, you can feel like it's the only part of you, no matter what. People are, this is me. That's not you. Non-identify or non-identification means that you should acknowledge that you are a whole person. And this difficult emotion is just a tiny, fleeting part of who you are. Simply see the negative emotions and the negative thoughts scrolling through past you, mainly caused by outside forces, and I want you to aim to kind of detach yourself from it. That's how you begin. Now, of course, everyone's different, and this process may not work for everyone, or it may require some practice the first few times. But for those who would like to be more open to their emotions, even the difficult ones, and I know you've gone through a difficult one, the RAIN method is a way for you to take control of your life now, so you're not consumed by it. You're not consumed by it. RAIN method. R, recognize the emotions. A, accept it. I, begin to investigate by questioning. And N, non-identify. I tell you why. Summer's coming and many people are clearing out their houses. They clear out their house because they want new furniture to come in. New furniture cannot come in if there's old furniture there. New emotions cannot come in if you're still holding on to the old. Please, it's time to take action now. Lady Antoinette says, take action now. Yes. Before it's too late, because what happens is the emotion starts to fill up to the point whereby you can't control it anymore. I remember there's a time where I got angry very quickly, 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. And I'll look at myself and say, this is not me. So I'll use the RAIN method to recognize how I was feeling, to accept I was angry, to investigate. I got angry because I was insecure and that person said something made me insecure, and to not identify from that. That's not who I am. I was born to be loved. If you're watching this and you've gone through any kind of issue, this is going to help you. Now watch this. What's your next action step? Here's what I want you to do. One of the things I know is this. Some of you are going through some of the situations that you're going through, but you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to underqualified people about your emotions. This is why I say to people, whatever you do, you need to look for your TQP. TQP. What's TQP? TQP is what you need to overcome the first step. TQP. TQP is trusted, qualified person. Trusted, qualified person. Number one, I trust them. I've got a 10-year, 5-year, 2-year track record, and I know this person's got my back. Step one, are they trusted? Number two, are they qualified? Meaning, if you can assess someone and realize, now this person is mature enough to help me through this. So if I'm going through a problem, like a marital problem, I'm going to go to someone who's been married for like 15, 20 years, because I know that they're qualified, not just because of their time, but because of their experience. And then person, meaning someone you can relate to. TQP. Look for your TQP. Everybody comment on this video right now and type in, look for your TQP. Just on the comment, look for your TQP. Look for your trusted, qualified person. Hi, if you're just watching us, we're talking about how to deal with abuse. I've gone through the RAIN method. And if you're an adult watching this, please don't ignore our young people. Our young people have been through so many things. And I tell you this, yeah, they might not have spoken to you about it. And maybe they'll harbor that feeling until they're teenagers and they get married and get into a relationship. And because they've been too scared to open up to you, listen, some people are the name of the family. Don't ruin the name of the family. That's the wrong mentality. You protect the name of the family, but you destroy the destiny of somebody else. Create an open arena for a young person to be able to come to you to talk about their feeling. And here's how you open the conversation. Hey, you know what? I just watched this show with Action Jackson today, and it was talking about people going through abuse of all kinds. I just want to ask you, is there anything you've ever gone through in your past that you would like to talk to me about? Because I want you to have a great future. And I want you to be able to deal with these emotions, because some of the emotions that you think are killing you, we can deal with it right now because you were born to be loved. You are not your emotions. Yeah? All right. With that said, I've got a young man waiting by the wings. He's a talented young man. Honestly, I was on Twitter, Instagram the other day. No, actually, no. One of my young people sent me a link. Yes, thank you, Success. Success says, look for your TQP. That's it. You know, look for your TQP. That's what I'm talking about. Emmanuel is a talented, gifted, blessed writer and a poet, destined by God, as far as I know, to be able to bring love, peace, power, and grace. This young man has been able to use words to heal people. Oh, man. I'm so blessed that he's been able to look for his TQP. We all need our TQP. And today, I'm bringing him on as our own personal TQP to use his words. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one, the only, the writer, the poet, the swagger done with the wave cap on. Oh my gosh. Oh, too wavy. Please put your hands together for Emmanuel. What's going on, Emmanuel?
I'm good. Everything's good to the grace of God.
Listen, you are such a gifted young man. I had to bring you on my show today, man. Tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so I'm 17 years old. I live in Essex, and I've just been writing poetry since January 2019. And the reason I was writing poetry, well, the reason I started writing poetry is because my English teacher wanted us to do like poetry for an assembly, and let's say she kindly pushed me along to start writing poetry. Yeah, so then I started there. I got such a good reaction, and then I just continued. I started doing church events, school events, Black History Month events for women, stuff like that, and I've just been doing it since. Yeah.
Wow. Thank God for teachers. Would you say that teacher is a trusted, qualified person?
Most definitely.
See what I mean? So one trusted, qualified person empowered you to become a poet. Tell us about the poem that you're going to share with us today.
Okay, so my poem is called Broken, and it's just about, because I've seen in society that a lot of trauma and abuse goes on in Black families, Black communities, but it's never spoken about, especially with Black boys, because when you see the abuse that Black boys have been through, there's not a word spoken about it, because I think it's like a toxic masculinity or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it's like Black boys don't want to be ashamed. So then that's when they decide to speak out. I mean, that's when they decide not to speak out. And then also just so many people in the Black community, it's always you're seen and you're not heard. So yeah.
Wow, brother, you don't know what you're about to deal with right now, because it's so true. You know, if a young Black man has gone through any kind of abuse of some kind, he's like, nah, man ain't talking about that, fam. Burn that blood. What? Get me though, what? But inside, he's crying, he's broken. So he's putting on this persona. And that's why I think the violent and aggressive nature of some young Black boys comes from that pain of not being able to use the rain to deal with it. Oh, use the rain to deal with the pain. Use the rain to deal with the pain. Use the rain. You see, look at it's inspirational moment, you know. Everybody, type that up. Use the rain to deal with the pain. You're gonna write a poem about that, aren't you?
Of course.
Listen, Emmanuel's gonna become our resident poet. He's gonna be coming on, dropping his bars. All right, listen, I'm not gonna hold up your time too long. I want you to just share your poem from your heart to the nation, to the world. And listen, as Emmanuel is sharing this, if you've been through any kind of pain, I want you to resonate with this young man who's been able to stand as a figure of authority and power and leadership to help you and I acknowledge an emotion that we don't want to acknowledge. So, ladies and gentlemen, the writer himself, the poet himself, Emmanuel.
Broken. Something that has been damaged or injured, no longer whole or working correctly, could have once been used directly to describe this young boy. So let me tell you a story about how a child's innocence was taken from him by someone he called family. He didn't scream, he didn't resist, he did what she asked him to do. And so he thought it was his fault through and through. So instead of speaking out, he kept it locked up in the prison of his mind. Instead of asking for help, he held in all the hurt and the pain. He didn't know how to explain. He didn't want to complain. And so anguish became his best friend. He thought he would keep it locked up until the very end. But see, his mindset changed forever. With his innocence gone, sensuality and sexual immorality became the norm. He grew up viewing women as nothing but objects to obtain pleasure from, to mentally undress. He was told boys don't cry, so his tears became rage that he could not express. He felt like he could not confess that such a shameful thing happened to him. So even with a smile on his face, he held a hatred in his heart, not just for his offender, but for God. Because what's the point of God being all-powerful if he can't protect his children and stop them from becoming broken? Broken. Something that has been damaged or injured, no longer whole or working correctly. Romans 8:28 describes what God does directly. See, it says in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, for those he has called according to his purpose. See, the child just had to understand that he deserved love. He wasn't worthless. That even his brokenness was for God's good. And that God just simply wanted him to welcome God into his heart so he could heal the wounds so deep in his soul. Only then could God come and make him whole. Only then could he love himself and love others and let the story be told. And that's what happened. You see, the child realized he was no longer defiled. The child realized that his relationship with God was finally reconciled, and he was truly happy when he smiled. You see, that story represents so many. It represents me. A story of feeling broken and worthless, but we need to understand that we are created masterpieces with a purpose, centerpieces in God's eyes. What we need to do is breathe and stop listening to the devil's lies and kick him out of the place in our mind that he occupies. And maybe then we'll recognize and realize that we're whole. Whole, meaning completely unbroken.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to have a silent moment just to let that digest. I'm just going to let that digest for a second. So if you've just joined us, we've just heard a very powerful poem by Emmanuel called Broken. Emmanuel, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your strength and your vulnerability. Brother, not many young men will come out and write pieces like that. And let me tell you, you're going to do more good than half of these rappers out here. I want to encourage you to, every piece that you write, just keep pushing it out there as it comes to you, because I needed to bring you on the show so I can share you with the world, because I can't say it the way you just said it. How does it feel to be able to perform such a, not just, I won't even call it a performance. It's not, it's disrespectful to call it a performance because it's like surgery. How does it feel to be able to share that?
Can't lie, I think it's really helped in just because the reaction I got when I first got it from people telling me just how they felt, and it just made me realize how so many people just they need someone to speak for them. Like they feel like they can't speak for themselves. So I just thought I would step forward and be the one to speak for them. No matter how many people watched it, I don't really care. It's just as long as one person can get something from it, that's all I care about.
You know what? I'm so proud for what you just did there. And listen, I'm going to shout about you from the rooftop. I'm going to tell the world about you. Listen, put it this way. From now on, every poem that you release, once you've posted it on your Instagram or whatever, send it to me. It will come on my page as well. Listen, from today on until the day you become world famous. So I know that Emmanuel came on my show. I was the first to interview him. I discovered him. Nah, jokes. I want you to send me your poems. I want your poems to be featured on my page. I've got 12,000 young people following me. I need them to hear something of substance. So if you want to follow, let's put up Emmanuel's handle. This is your Instagram page, I believe. I mean, your Insta page.
Yeah.
Eman the Poet. Eman the Poet. Yeah. Leave that on screen right now so everybody can go and follow him later on. If you got a young person, get them to go and follow Emmanuel. Let them, and Emmanuel is a gifted, talented. You haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen anything yet. And during this lockdown, let me tell you something. Our kids have got more time. I'm going to be real with you. Because there's a lockdown, there's more time. Because there's more time, they're more exposed to more nonsense. The porn addiction has gone up in the last 7 weeks. There were porn sites that have made their login free. What's the word? The quote is, idle hands is the devil's workshop. So, yeah. So we need to release more content from young men like this. So please release more of your gifting. Is there anything? So what's the future like for yourself? What have you got in the pipeline?
So yeah, I'm just going to be... So I've got a few more poems lined up that I'm just going to be releasing slowly by slowly just to trickle it out, just so, everyone doesn't get bored with it. But also because I just want to impact the world, really. So wherever God takes me with this poetry, that's where I'm going to go. So yeah.
Well, you know what? I've been in this game for the last 20 years of inspiring the world. I'd like to help you, and let's go on this journey together to inspire the world. I travel to different schools, colleges, and universities throughout the whole UK and the world. If I can't bring you with me physically, I'll bring you with me digitally on screen. If you got a TikTok account,
nah.
Emmanuel, go and start TikTok account today. Let me tell you why. All the young people are watching TikTok. I want them to be watching you instead of watching people doing silly dances.
Yeah.
There's a quote that says, when righteous men do nothing, evil men prevail.
My God.
When righteous men do nothing, evil men prevail, Emmanuel. When righteous men do nothing, evil men prevail, Emmanuel. Yeah? We've been given a gift and we hold on to that gift. And people are dying every day because of our insecurities. We haven't got time to be insecure. Every single day, someone is losing their life because we're too scared of other people's opinion. We haven't got time for that. I don't care how. Listen, just do what you need to do. And to everybody watching, if you've got a message for anyone, put the message out. Put the message out. Don't care about people's criticisms. People criticize only because they've been criticized. This young man is talented. He's blessed. He didn't go through his journey for nothing. Just in the same way Christ died on the cross, went through pain for a reason. There's purpose behind the pain, young man. And I want you to use that no matter what. This is your purpose now. There's a big responsibility. What did they say at the end of Spider-Man? With great power comes what?
Great responsibility.
Exactly. You're not Spider-Man. You're way better than Spider-Man because you're real. So I'm encouraging every parents out there, all parents, especially in the Black African families. Let us not keep silent about the thing that is killing our young boys every day. And we wonder, why did he carry the gun? Why did he carry the knife? The man's in pain. He's been carrying pain for 15 years. Of course, it's going to explode. Emmanuel, I don't care. I will talk to everybody around the world to make sure that they hear your work.
Thank you so much.
We will not stop until we stop the nonsense that's happening. And let me tell everybody that's watching right now, we've been on lockdown. What happens when you lock down a beast? Once you release the beast, it expresses itself. We haven't dealt with Corona yet. There's going to be an aftermath that we're going to be cleaning up for the next 1 year, 2 years. There were kids at home who have gone through so much in this 7 weeks lockdown that we're going to have to clean up. So we might as well start the cleanup process now. The aftermath is going to be disgusting. We need to be ready. Boris Johnson and his cabinet don't have the solution to what we're talking about. You and I and other gifted people. If you're a singer, start singing. If you're a writer, start writing. If you're a healer, start healing. If you're a dancer, start dancing. Emmanuel, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you very much.
I want you to just keep writing. Listen, you'll be permitted to write so much. After this show, God's going to give you so much to write. Don't hesitate. Just keep writing. Keep writing. Think about the people that are going to be healed. And that I know you're going to have insecure moments. I know we all do. I didn't want to do the show today. I'm like, you're Mr. Happy. Why are you talking about dealing with abuse? It's a bit of a tough topic. So I went upstairs. I said to my wife, let's pray together because this topic is bigger than me. I need backup. So you're part of the team now. You're part of my crew now. Yeah, you're part of the Avengers. Together we're going to fight this, bro. Yeah. Thank you so much, brother. And let's stay in contact. Please give my producer your mobile. I want to listen. When this lockdown is over, I'm gonna take you to Nando's, man. Yeah. Now we're gonna break bread. Do you like Nando's?
Yeah. Nando's.
What black boy doesn't like Nando's? Like Nando's. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your digital hands together. Type well done to Emmanuel so he knows how much he is loved by the world. This is streaming live to YouTube and Twitter as we speak. This is my wife that says thank you, Emmanuel. Emmanuel's amazing. I would like to say thank you to your parents. Because I am who I am because of my mom, my dad. And I thank God to the people that are your covering and for giving you this permission to share this with the world. I honor them and I'll keep praying that God will strengthen them in everything that they do, So, some people want to come to Nando's with us. No, it's just me and Emmanuel, man. Forget it. Just me and Emmanuel. That's my boy, yeah. Don't be all up in there with my boy, yeah, I'm trying to say, yeah. Thank you so much. If you would love to have Emmanuel back on the show, just type yes. Yes, definitely. The world wants to see you. Listen, let this be the beginning of the greatest chapter of your life. Go and start the TikTok. Go and start the YouTube channel. Go on, just go for it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You don't know who's watching. You don't know who's listening. All right, that wasn't planned, but it's all good though, man. Hashtag see you at Nando's. Take care, brother. God bless you. Take care.
Amen.
Wow. Oh, man. Guys, that's what we've had to deal with today, how to deal with abuse. The reason why I do this show is not because I want a show, it's because I know that I've been given a gift to help. And I might as well use it to heal. When people message me to say, I was at B&Q the other day, and a man said, "Oh my gosh, Action Jackson." I said, "What?" He said, "Oh man, you came to my school when I was about 16, 17. And he said he was going through a dark time and he was going to kill himself. He was going to kill himself around the time. And he heard me speak and he's like, yeah, whatever. And then years later, his mother-in-law, after getting married, gave him a copy of my book, Shut Up and Take Action. And he said to himself, wow, the very guy that I doubted is the very guy that's actually helping me now. And he said, thank you for saving my life. Thank you for helping me through my dark times. He goes, there was times where the police would come and arrest him and handcuff him because he was going through mental stuff. And he said the work that I did helped him. Today, he's a music therapist and a primary school teacher. Do you know what this means? That as a result of one person walking in their purpose, you heal somebody, and that person is able to heal many. He's a primary school teacher. Imagine if he did not make it. Many young boys and girls would have gone through pain. And he told me a story about, as a primary school teacher, a young person will come to him and say, I'm going through emotions. I don't want to live anymore. And he would turn around to the young person and say, hey, you know what? I've been through those times, so I know what you're going through. And the young person would say, really? And that became an opportunity to conversate. My thing is this: when you are liberated from your pain and your fear, you liberate other people. First message to the gifted people out there: your gift is not your own. It's supposed to be given. It's called a gift for a reason. You don't hold a gift, you give a gift. If you're a writer, write, share your thoughts. Don't be scared. And to those who are in pain, please reach out. Find your trusted, qualified person. Find them so that they can help you through your pain, so that one day you can help someone through their pain. It's a domino effect. If you've just joined us, I talked through RAIN. And let's put it back up. RAIN stands for R, recognize the pain. Don't judge it, just recognize it. I'm hurting because I went through this. The A, accept it. Yes, I was sexually abused, mentally abused, whatever it is. Accept it. I, investigate. Okay, why am I feeling this way? All right. And then N, none, not identify, as in, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. And then find your trusted, qualified person. Very quickly, we're going to put up some details of a number that you can actually call. Thank you so much, Falu. Thank you so much. These guys are a signpost. They will signpost you to people you can call. They're like friends online. They're called Sound Mind. And Sound Mind helps you to have a sound mind. You can call them. They're ready to receive your call if you've been through anything. Okay. You can message them on this number below. Their Instagram is there as well. Visit their page. You can text them to say, listen, I would like to have a chat. All I'm going to say is just have a chat with them. Have a chat with them. Because by having a chat with them, just saying, listen, I just watched the show and I just want to chat to someone. That's it. And then they're just listening. They're not judging. They're just listening. See, you don't know them and they don't know you. Okay. If you're a young person, please dial this number. I don't want you to suffer in pain anymore. If you're a young boy that's been through abuse, dial that number. If you're an adult, get over your pride and dial that number. Please. Why? We need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. I'm so thankful to the people in my life that encourage me every day. I had the idea of this show for a long time. And sometimes doing the live show every day is not easy. But my wife has been a very strong source in my life. And she said, keep doing the show. You don't know who's listening. I'm so thankful for her and for her encouragement. I'm so grateful for, destiny helpers. They come in many shapes and sizes. And I thank God that I have a wife that cares and understands my vision, my mission, and my craziness. And she encourages me. So I'd like to publicly thank her for my encouragement. And to all you ladies out there, encourage the men in your life, whether it be your brother, sister, your brother, cousin, whoever, your husband, because she's been my source of encouragement. And I thank God for her life. From this show to the music video I'm about to play, she was a great part of it. To my producer, Ivan, to Camilla, these are guys I have around me who care. They go above and beyond. To my church family, Light London, to Apostle Toby, who constantly pours out great wisdom and knowledge, not understanding he is fueling a giant. I thank you. And to each and every one of you watching today, I thank you too. And I trust and I know that this show has helped you. Whatever you do, please use the rain to deal with your pain. Recognize the pain, accept the pain, investigate the pain, and non-identification with the pain. Thank you very much. This is Motivation for the Nation. And sometimes motivation will come in different ways. Maybe today is the beginning of the greatest chapter of your life. Thank you, Jay Jancy. Yeah, we're going to finish off the show with my music video called Happy 365. We've been into surgery. We've come out. Let us now bandage ourselves and begin the healing process. Thank you to Emmanuel's parents. Thank you to all of you watching today. God bless you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Happy 365. Whatever you do, use the pain. Use the rain to deal with your pain. God bless you. Thank you.
Hello. Happy World 365. Spreading happiness 24/7. Worldwide. Action Jackson, ambassador for happiness. Let's do this. Every time you wake up, don't forget you're amazing. You're a star, and that's never changing. Your life could be hard, but life is a gift. Do a little dance and move to the beat. I know negativity will come your way, but you stay positive. Like every single day, they don't hold your destiny. Better live each day like a legacy.
I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. Young girl, keep your head up high. I got you when you're falling. Yeah. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. Young boy, keep your head up high. I got you when you're falling. Yeah. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive.
Hey, HappyWorld365.com. Join the happiness movement. Yeah. I'ma start each day so thankful that I'm breathing. Cause gratitude is a promise that I'm keeping. Cause I've been through the lows and the deep end. All I needed was some hope and some good friends. So I spread love and I make it look easy. If you want a dose, then you should come and see me. Cause you're special and you're far from regular. Do you hear what I'm telling ya?
I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. Young girl, keep your head up high. I got you when you're falling. Yeah. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. Young boy, keep your head up high. I got you when you're falling. Yeah. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY H-A-P-P-Y. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. 365, yeah. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. 365, yeah. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. That's the only way to stay alive.
Yes. HappyWorld365.com. Join the happy movements.
What? I'm H-A-P-P-Y. What?
365, yeah.
I'm H-A-P-P-Y. What?
Only way to stay alive.
Don't know what. Yes. I'm H-A-P-P-Y.
365, yeah.
I'm H-A-P-P-Y.
That's the only way to stay alive.
USA, make some noise. One more time.
H-A-P-P-Y.
Okay.
365, yeah.
H-A-P-P-Y.
365, yeah. I'm H-A-P-P-Y.
365. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. 365, yeah. I'm H-A-P-P-Y. 365, yeah.